Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy miraculous Monday. What is going on? What is the deal? What is happening? How y'all feeling? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Share this live with some folks. Don't be afraid. Don't keep it to yourself. Hit the share button with some folks, man. Spread this love, spread this love, spread this love. Happy Monday. Monday, January 20th, 2025. Also known as MLK Day. Today is MLK, National Day of Service. There's a lot going on today. Today is also presidential inauguration. And that comes with a lot of feelings. That comes with a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, a lot of energy, man. Clearly, everyone is not on the same page. Everyone does not feel the same, which is expected, which is normal. Right. But I think one thing all of us could admit is that there are real harsh implications for some people, for some of our people, some people who we may love and care about, right? Some people who we may not know, but we are similar to, right? We are connected to. It's a really important Mona Love. What's going on? Happy Mother Loving Monday. Grateful to be alive. Happy Miraculous Monday. Yo, Andre Aparicio, good morning, my brother. Good morning. I got to connect you to Andre and Mona because, Andre, you got to show Mona how to do that dance, right? She really needs to learn how to do that dance because she's been trying. I haven't seen her try a lot lately, right? But she's definitely been trying in school, outside, in the supermarket. She's trying it everywhere. And I think she could use a little bit of support, my brother. All right, so I'm gonna send a message, all right, connecting both of y'all, and we can set up some time and you could show her how to do that thing that you do, my brother, that dance, that special dance that you do, because Sister Love needs some guidance. Classes start when I get back. Oh man, hilarious. But let's get the show started, guys. We got a packed show today, man. A lot to talk about, a lot to unpack, a lot to discuss. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 284, where personality meets enlightenment. We are kicking off week 58. Monday, January 20th, man. 58 weeks in. The show just keeps rolling. All challenges, all beauty, all everything, right? It just keeps going no matter what. I'm grateful to be here. Long weekend, emotion-filled weekend, some surprises, a lot of beauty, man. I was able to reconnect my mother with my children this weekend, man. Was able to reconnect my mother with my children this weekend after 2+ years. They have not seen each other. They were able to see each other and hug and eat together and laugh together, man, this weekend, watch a movie together. That was beautiful. My love, Mona, was able to meet my children this weekend for the first time, right, since we started dating, since we got together, man. So that's a beautiful thing. Always great to, reconnect family, and always great to introduce, right, new people, man, new dynamics. It's always a beautiful thing. As you know, I mentioned to my children, I am getting married again, right? I do. We are intending to get married at some point in the near future, right? Not too distant future. So yeah, man, it's family, right? This is what we do. We come together, we build, we add on, and we connect to strengthen the bonds, right? But let us start the show, man. Let us start this show once again, January 20th, episode 284, week 58, kicking off. Got a burp. But we're gonna start our first segment today with the word of the day, and today's word is inauguration. Today's word is inauguration. Man, today's inauguration day, right? A lot of people could be mad, people could be upset, people could be afraid, all valid, but it is what it is, and today is the day, right? Today is the day, and we're gonna read a little bit and talk about inauguration, right? So inauguration is defined as the beginning of a system, policy, or period. The beginning of a system, policy, or period. A ceremony to mark the beginning of something. A ceremony to mark the beginning of something, and this is once again a simple word that reflects the day. Today is Inauguration Day. Donald Trump, right, will be sworn in for his second term as president of the United States of America. Only the second president to serve non-consecutive terms, right? He 2016 and 2020, lost in 2020 to Joe Biden, right? And won again, right, in 2024 against Kamala Harris. A lot of people, man. It's tons of implications, tons of impact, right? But the one thing I do love about America, right? You see, in America, we have the freedom, although a lot of it is being taken away, right? And we got to fight, we got to organize, but we do have the freedom to speak out against our government. We do have the freedom to speak out against whoever the president is, right? People are, oh, not my president. It is your president. It affects your life, man. Like, you may not like her, you may not like the president, you may like want the president to not be the president. All of those things are valid, but it affects your life. Regardless to what affects your life, it affects the lives of people in your family, the lives of your friends, the lives of your children, your parents, your spouse. It's impacts, right? Your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your in-laws, right? It's an impact. So one thing I love about America, we can speak out against our president, and we have the freedom to organize against, right? We have the freedom to organize against. And so, yeah, inauguration is defined as the beginning of a system or period, right? A ceremony to mark the beginning of something. 100%. That's what it is. So today is Inauguration Day. But what a lot of people don't know is that, right? I mean, so a lot of people do know that today is MLK Day, but a lot of people don't know is that we are going to, right? We, meaning myself, my love, my brother Sefu Sankofa, Andrea Paricio, right? And a bunch of others. We are continuing the work that we've been doing, but as we know, is always sometimes we got to ramp it up. And so we are inaugurating a new system, right? A new way, right? That's what we're talking about today. We're not, right, just because one person or one group of people are celebrating something, everybody don't got to celebrate that shit. We don't have to be in agreement. We don't have to go along with it. We can say, you know what? All right, if Donald Trump coming back to office represents, mass deportations, right? If it represents, freaking dictatorship, right? If that's what it represents, then we are going to, at the same exact time, launch an idea, launch a consciousness, push a consciousness forward to represent unity, to represent love, to represent peace, truth, freedom, justice, liberation, right? Collectiveness, right? Collective movement, right? Connectedness. That's what we are launching today. That is the idea. That is the system that we are putting into place. And so clearly we got to build a system. What does that look like? It looks like already some of the work that we've been doing with Connected Chef, ensuring that every community has access to food, right? It looks like the work that we're doing with Echoes of Incarceration, ensuring that all young people know how to, right, use media as a tool to address systems or issues that affect them, right? What Echoes is mass incarceration, right? And things like that. So what, Andre is doing down in New Orleans, right? Ensuring that all people, specifically Black people, Black mothers, have adequate prenatal care so that when they deliver their children in the hospitals, that things go as well as they're supposed to go, right? And even before they deliver, that things are going as well as they're supposed to go, right? We are going to further our work. We're going to push our work even more promotion, more marketing. We're going to get more focused, right? And we're going to be there for each other a lot more, right? Like the work that Malika is doing out in Astoria, right? Women's organization, women's self-defense organization, right? Muslim women, right? Mostly, right? Muslim woman founded it. But that's what I love about America, right? Is that one group of people are doing one thing, and other people who don't want to be a part of that thing, who don't like that thing, who want to be against that thing, have the right to organize against that thing, right? And to verbally speak against it, and to organize and to come together and to put systems in place that do the opposite. And so if our people are going to be deported, if our people are going to continue to be oppressed and ostracized, then we have to come together to find a way to protect our people, to ensure that, okay, if they're what else can we do to ensure that our people stay where they want to be, to stay in a place with their families, to stay in a place that, for all intents and purposes, may be a little better for them, to them, which is why they came, than where they left. Right? That's up to us. Right? That's up to us, and we should be doing that. We should be organizing always against what we don't want. You don't want something, you ain't got to sit there and accept it. You could organize, you could rally, you could strategize, right? You put your freaking thinking caps on, come together with your brothers and your sisters, and figure out what's the path forward, what's the best path forward for us that creates the least amount of hurt, right? The least amount of pain for people that we love. All right. But yeah, man, today is freaking inauguration day, right? We don't gotta like it. As I mentioned, we ain't gotta be happy for it. You ain't gotta call the president your president, but all of the things impact us, right? All of the things impact us, man. So inauguration day. Let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Needs to know, right? Everything today is about this, right? About what's going on today, right? Donald Trump sworn back into office later today, 12 noon. Right, MLK Day of Service, and as I mentioned, Trump swearing in means many things to many people, and we are going to read some of those things. Right, we are going to read some of those things, man. It is, whew, it is, man. It's he made some promises. All right, Trump has made some promises that he plans to enact on day one. Right, today and tomorrow. First up, right, mass deportations, right, immigration, right. He wants to reduce irregular crossings at the southern border. All right, it's one of the leading issues in his re-election campaign. Right, let's go back and read. On November 4th, just days before he won the presidency, Trump reiterated a pledge he made multiple times on the campaign trail. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program of criminals in American history. We're going to get them out. We have to. Language, right? And as I read this article before the show, I was like, but you this is from Al Jazeera. You guys, we have to understand, and maybe some won't, right? Again, when I speak like this, I go back to plants. You have to go back to plants. Like every plant is not meant for your good. It's not meant to benefit you, right? Although plants heal, some plants will kill. Same thing with humans. So we have to be aware, conscious, when there are people who use language to push a rhetoric and to create a mindset, right? By using this language, I will launch the largest deportation program of criminals in American history, right? Essentially, Trump is saying that all, quote unquote, illegal immigrants, like what is an illegal immigrant? Right? Number one, this is Earth. Man, we all belong to Earth, right? Saying that all, quote unquote, illegal immigrants are criminals. That's what he's saying. And now some people, right, will understand that saying that just means that they broke the law in coming here, right? However, he may mean, and other people who hear it may think that him saying that means that they're out there robbing, they're stealing, they're killing, they're raping, they're assaulting, they're doing all quote unquote criminal activity outside of simply crossing the border without legal documents, right? And so now people start to look at our brothers and sisters who came up to America, right, North America, quote unquote, illegally. They look at them as, oh, they're gonna rob me, oh, they're gonna be careful, they're gonna rape. It's the same exact rhetoric they used against us, same exact thing. And so this is why we have to understand that. And unfortunately, there are many black folk, right? Black folk in America who don't get that. And this is where a few of us, we learned a couple of years ago. I learned a couple of years ago. I'm sure people have known this for hundreds of years, right? Dr. King said it, right? An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We've learned and we've grown to understand that there are, unfortunately, some of our people, some black folk, some brown folk, who don't like being oppressed, don't want to be oppressed, but unfortunately they want to be the oppressor. They want to be the oppressor. They don't like it happening to them, but they want to be the ones doing it to other people who they feel are less than them, who they feel are not as deserving as them. And unfortunately, the language has been put out there, the rhetoric has been put out there, the mindset has been adopted that our folks from quote unquote less developed countries, nations, right, are less than us. And they are not. They are our brothers and our sisters who have a shared struggle. And they want the same thing we want, which is freedom, justice, liberation, quote unquote equality, equity. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. Right? But somebody said on social media recently, they got us fighting a freaking culture war, fighting each other, mad at each other, when we should be fighting a class war. We should be mad at the freaking system. Always. Not your brother and your sister who created the conditions, right? When you feel like if a Black American's been here for a long time and not getting certain resources, and a brother or sister comes up from another country and they get certain resources, we're mad at them. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at the system, because why you didn't get the resources? And just because they don't get it don't mean you're going to get it. So stop freaking fighting your brother and your sister, man. Understand that there are people who are freaking puppet masters, who are pulling the strings, who are creating chaos, who are creating war, who are creating this atmosphere, this climate of me versus you. No, it's us against them. And not black versus brown. It's the people versus the freaking system. Right? That's what it is, and that's what it should be. That's what it always has to be. That's the freaking fight. That's the fight. Not against your brother. And we all trying to get by. Some literally scraping scraps. And you mad at them? You mad at them? And I understand you've been conditioned. This is freaking why meditation is important. This is why community is important. This is why freaking therapy, counseling is important. Because there are people who are bullied, who grow up to want to be the bully. That's not healthy at all. I don't care how much money you make at your job. I don't care how much you quote unquote provide for your children. If you was a bully, if you was bullied, taken advantage of, oppressed, and you grew up, got to a certain position in your life where you can make conscious choices and you choose to also be a bully, you're not healed, my brother and my sister. You are not healed. You are not healthy. You are not well at all, because you're doing to others what was done unto you that you did not like. You didn't like it. You didn't like being bullied. You don't like being oppressed. You don't like being judged for the color of your skin. You don't like when you're walking down a certain neighborhood, a certain block in a certain neighborhood, people look at you funny, clutch their purse, move a cop stopping you for no reason. You don't like it. When it happens to you, your brother, your sister, your nephew, your niece, your son, your daughter, your mother, you don't like it. But it's okay when it happens to other people. Some of you people are no good, man. Some of you people are really, really, really no good. Like, regardless to what you say, regardless to how much church, how much of the mosque you attend, some of you people are absolutely crappy, full of shit. Right? You are full of shit. You are not a nice person. You are not a good person. You're not a kind person. Right? Somebody said everyone's born human. We have to be taught how to be humane. Some of you have no humanity in you. Literally zero. Right? You don't care what happens to your brother or your sister at all. You say you do. You might talk about you love humanity, you're this, you're that, you're God-fearing. You ain't nothing. You are crap. And it's okay for us to call you crap. Right? When you want people to, like, everything that's law doesn't mean it's correct. Slavery was once legal. Everything that's legal doesn't mean it's good, man. So just because somebody's quote unquote breaking, no, man, stop. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's humane. Man, it's a lot to talk about, man. A lot to navigate. A lot to navigate. But we are here, right? We are here. We're not going backwards as much as we wish we weren't here. Some of us, right? We can't go backwards. We are here. Living in fear doesn't do anything, right? We have to be courageous. We have to be brave. And most importantly, we have to be together. Right, but let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day. And today's tip is for social media users. So, again, a lot to talk about, probably unpack this more on tomorrow's show, right? Social media, specifically TikTok. TikTok was banned Saturday night going into Sunday, right? 12 o'clock, literally Sunday. And then it was reinstated, right? Sunday at some point during the day, right? And there are a lot of people who are impacted negatively, right? There are people who have brand deals, who had brand deals, who still have brand deals. There are people who use social media to freaking transform their lives, to build a community, to impact people and make money. There are people who make legit money, who make a lot of money using TikTok, and it was just taken away. And there are some people who are laughing. Oh, now you got to get a real job. Oh, now you got to wait. Isn't everybody's goal, right? And obviously I don't know everybody's goal, but I know I've spoken to a lot of people and I've read a lot of things, and I know people who have spoken to a lot of people. A great majority of the people, if not all of the people, will love to work as least as possible and make the most amount of money. People will love to be able to be at home talking and making money. People love it. You ask people, what do you want to do? I don't want to go to work, I just want to make money. So why are you upset at people on TikTok who quote unquote don't go to work but make money? Mind you, TikTok is media, which is also art. You see the hat. Art takes work. Art takes work, man. Like people who build freaking social media empires, people who build full-time income on TikTok are working. They are thinking, they are strategizing, they are planning, they are all of the things, right? They don't just turn the camera on and do it. Even if they do that, it still work. Why are you hating? They said, why are you hating from outside the club? Like, really, why are you hating from outside the club? You mad because it ain't you? Right? It's like people, oh, this person lucky they hit the lotto. This person lucky they got this deal. This person lucky they got that. I remember somebody told me I was lucky I got the freaking residency with MoMA. It's like, really? Like, not divine alignment. I didn't create those conditions. I didn't put mad work in for mad long. Do something super dope during the pandemic, right? Spark the interest of the executive director of the museum and work out a deal. That's not work. That's luck. People just be jealous it ain't happen for them. That's all it is, right? And the TikTok thing is crazy. But one thing I want to, today's tip for our social media users, right? For those on TikTok, and people have been putting it out there since even before the ban, right? The last couple of days, get a website. Get your own website, get an email list, funnel all your social media followers, all the people who really support you, funnel them there, right? Start your own Discord community, right? Start something that you own, something that, okay, it may be down because the internet, certain systems are down, but they can't take it away from you. You paid for that. You own that. You on social media, you don't own it. You don't own that. You don't own that. It's not yours. The content is not yours once you share it there. You got to know that. You got to know that, man, right? So, like, please, if you're using social media to grow your audience, if you're using social media to freaking build an income, be sure to have your own website to bring people to. Subscribe. So that when TikTok goes down, Facebook goes down, Instagram goes down, all of it goes down, you can still communicate. As long as you have internet, you can still communicate with your supporters. You can still sell products. You can still sell services. You can still do all of those things, right? That is the challenge. But it's not really a challenge. Just do it, right? Figure out how to do it. Partner with somebody, right? Again, you can freaking just literally take emails, old school, write them down. You want TikTok? Hey, what's your email? Message the people who follow you, who comment. Message them, hey, give me your email address. I would like to add you to my network. I would like to add you to my list. Come on. Because there's no reason why anybody, and we've heard this many times, should be dependent upon one source of income. All right? Again, I get it's not so easy, but it's as hard as we make it. And if we know that we need to do it, then we need to take action towards getting it done. Simple. If we know we need to do it, then we need to be taking action towards getting it done. Very simple, very real, very valid. Come on. All right, so that's the tip of the day. If you're using social media to grow your audience, be sure to have your own website to funnel people to. Yo, AP Kyle, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, player? Said food, said peace and love. Said Fusi Kofa, peace and love, my good brother. Peace and love. Happy Monday. Happy MLK Day. Remember the legacy. Remember the message. Remember the purpose of today. Remember the purpose of this life. It is to serve. It is to serve your fellow man, your fellow woman. It is to ensure that the earth is protected, and make sure everybody got their human rights, basic human rights met at least, right? But let's move right along to the fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment always is our build of the day, and today's build is: in times of fear and uncertainty, good people must come together. And so we ask, what is a good person? All right. And I want to read this tenet from Taoism about good men and bad men. It is really powerful. Excuse me. Came across this thing over a decade ago, right? Taoism, probably the best thing that happened to me, right, next to meditation and becoming a dad and all of the things, right? Taoism, finding Taoism, really like helped transform my life, right? This is from the Tao Te Ching, right? So I'm gonna read the whole thing, right? So this is Reddit, right, on Stoicism. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? Stoicism and Taoism are like different roads that lead to many of the same cities. A better understanding of another's path might help you to better walk your own. If Stoicism is a push, then Taoism is a pull. If Taoism is the aspect of yin, then Stoicism is the aspect of yang. One encourages you to be the water that flows around the stone. The other encourages you to be a stone and let the world flow around you. Which is the better choice? To learn to love the path you're on, to find a new path to walk? Or is looking at the old path through new eyes the same as finding a new path? Or does leaving the old path let you appreciate it in a way you couldn't when you were walking it? Tao Te Ching, Tenet 27. A good traveler has no fixed plan and is not intent upon arriving. A good artist lets his intuition lead him wherever it wants. A good scientist has freed himself of concepts and keeps his mind open to what is. Thus, the master is available to all people and doesn't reject anyone. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything. This is called embodying the light. Now, this is where we get to the part, right? What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a good man? Is it, as a good man, you consider yourself good to just be around good people, right? What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? What is a bad man but a good man's job? If you don't understand this, you will get lost, however intelligent you are. It is the great secret. I got goosebumps. I wish you could still got goosebumps. Right? What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? And so if we're going to say that the president is a bad man, if we're going to say that these people are bad men, then it's our job. They are our job to correct, to get in order, right? And that's the fight. That's the fight. Because if we don't, then they're going to terrorize people who we love. They're going to freaking oppress people who we love. They're going to brutalize people who we love and care about. So what are we doing? What are we doing if we consider ourselves good men and good women? Please tell me. What are we doing? What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? It's our job, it's our right, it's our responsibility, and more importantly, it's our freaking obligation to establish order, to ensure that all of our people have their basic human needs met, to ensure that those who are oppressed, those who are terrorized, those who are brutalized, even us, our people, this is us. It's our responsibility. Those who will consider themselves good, those who will consider themselves light bearers, it's our responsibility to fight for them, to fight for ourselves, to fight for each other. Fight meaning using our words, using our art, right? Using our media, using our ideas, right? And physically using our bodies. That's what that means, right? So if you are in New York City and you see this today at 4 o'clock, meeting in Queensbridge at 4 p.m. to have a pop-up speak out, right? I'm going to speak, got the speaker, going to bring the speaker out, and we're going to talk, man. We're going to talk for an hour, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? MLK Day of Service. We're going to serve in that way, right? Understand that ministry is service. Heal the World Ministries is my ministry, right? My ministry, my mission to heal the world, make it a better place. All right. So we outside today, 4 o'clock, man. If I gotta be out there by myself, I will. Didn't put a flyer up, didn't tell too many people, but we're gonna be outside today, 4 o'clock. Start sending the text messages out. Well, I spoke to a few people about possibly doing it, but nothing was confirmed. But yeah, we're gonna do it, man. So join us today, Queensbridge, 4 p.m. 10-25 41st Avenue, outside of the Jacob A. Reese Community Center. We will be there. We'll be speaking. I think Brother Stefusi and Kofa will be joining me, and we're gonna say some things, man, and we're gonna talk. All right, we're gonna talk, and we're gonna work together to forge a path forward for all of us. And with that, guys, that's our show. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in once again. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Shigray Marson. This is episode 284 of SR Daily. 284 of SR Daily. Kicking off week 58. Please do be sure to join us right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Tuesday, January 21st. 2025 for episode 285, which means we will be just 15 episodes away from milestone episode 300. Still trying to figure it out, as always, right? Don't have my own space. Don't have a space that I can use freely. So all I do is ask. Don't have a lot of money to anyone to pay for a space. All right, so I got to ask for favors. I got to ask for things. Of course, worst case scenario, I do this from my house, man. People will come by and we rock on. But join us tomorrow, right? And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. As Brother Sefu so eloquently says, be like MLK. Get involved to make real change. As my love, Mona Love said, be great and make it a great one. That's it. Be great, guys, and make it a great one. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.